pondered life's questions and wondered, what if Simpsons foods were real? Well, today we're going to find out. Right, so we've got something a little bit different today. Unfortunately, I didn't quite have enough time to film our normal YouTube video, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a compilation of Simpsons foods I made in the past few months, and some of them are very good. I'm quite excited for you to see them. I haven't shown them on here before. So with that being said, enjoy the videos, and I'm off to the dentist. And just in case you were worried you wouldn't get your very cool today, very cool.
Top it off with bacon, ham, and a fried egg.
So obviously we'll start with preparing our patties. We get on our mixing glove next. Now we need to press our 18-ounce patty. We'll start off with frying our bacon. And we'll cook our burger in the bacon grease. So now we'll assemble everything, starting with the patty. Obviously lots of butter. Our crispy bacon goes on next with our ham and our egg on top. Look at that. So as far as burgers go, it's pretty simple. The only thing is slightly off with the ratio of meat to everything else. So I've got to give it a 6 out of 10 for that. Very cool, yum yum.
My patented space age out of this world moon waffle. Caramels, waffle batter, liquid smoke. Fattening.
So I'm sure you'll be surprised. The first thing we need to do is make waffle batter. So let's pour some flour into a bowl here. Add some sugar, add some salt, about 2 pencils worth of baking powder. Just mix that all together nicely. Add in some warm milk, melted butter, and an egg. So we'll just give that a little whiskeroni, get that all together. So obviously we can't forget the liquid smoke, so let's get some of that in now. And now let's pour our waffle mix in. We still need our butter in the middle, so let's place that in and roll it up. We better eat this quite quickly. Look how much is dripping out. Quite happily give this a 6 out of 10. Comment what we should try next. Very cool, yum yum.
Give us a super squishy. One that's made entirely out of syrup. Whoa, that's good squishy.
We need to make a syrup. That will use apple and kiwi. We'll just cut this like so into a few pieces here. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for our kiwi here. So just top and tail the end like so. Right, next up we've actually got to make our syrup. So pour a whole bunch of sugar into here. And we're just gonna wet that with a bit of apple juice. To this we'll add a touch of lime extract and some lemon for good measure. So now just sit here and cook this for 10 minutes. So we'll just strain this off into a bowl now very carefully. It's very hot. And now we want to mix in a super green colour for our syrup. Look at that. We'll just get this into a bottle and let it cool down now before we add our ice. Just get our syrup on top. Look at that. Gotta say, this flavour is actually really, really good. Definitely recommend you try this. Easy 7 out of 10. Comment what we should try next. Very cool, yum yum.
One rib wedge, please. Now without lettuce.
So despite the name, we'll actually start off with a pork chop. And now we'll just cut it into small cubes like so. A little bit of salt and sugar. And now all we want to do is shape this into our little rib shapes. So we'll sort of make it like a burger almost. But you just kind of want to press it flat like so and get those nice rib lines into it. So here's our ribs. We'll pop these into the freezer now for a little bit. Let's prepare our barbecue sauce marinade. We'll grab our bun here and cut it in half. Obviously no lettuce. Oh, look at that bad boy. Ooh. So obviously, despite the fact that it's not ribs, pretty good. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 overall. Comment what we should try next. Very cool, yum yum.
Donut.
So to start, we've got to prepare some yeast with some warm water. So while that's blooming, we'll chuck our flour into a mixer here. Now to this, we'll add in our sugar. Also crack an egg in. Butter, buttermilk, little squidge of vanilla, and then finally our yeasty mix. And now we'll just turn this on to mix. Right, so we've got a dough here. It's not too sticky, you can see. We're going to put that into an oiled bowl now and let it rise for an hour. So let's get that in there. So it's been just under an hour. Let's start kneading it a little bit. So you can see it's got a beautiful consistency. Roll this out to about 1/2 inch like so. And now we'll use this ring to cut out our shape. So let's do that. And then we'll just use this smaller one to cut a hole in the middle. So here's our donut. Let's dip it into the icing now. And of course, we can't forget the sprinkles. Let's get some of those on. So as far as recipes go, this is pretty simple. Easy 8 out of 10 for that one. Comment what we should try next. Very cool, yum yum.
Oh, mesquite grilled onions, jalapeno relish.
So that dog definitely looks good. Let's get started with the onions. Starting off with a pretty standard operation that we know here. You cut off the root first, so let's do that. That was a good peel. Good peel. Then we'll just cut it into small little pieces. Just before we cook our onions, we're going to grab a few wood chips. So let's cut some here. Cutting wood chips, cutting wood chip. And then we'll just place our wood chips into a tin foil cup. It's not tin though, it's aluminium. Into an aluminium cup. Now we'll get the onions in. Pretend like you're a chef and toss them around. Now we'll heat the wood chips. And then while that's smoking, put your lid on. Just give the work surface a quick hoover. Now we're going to make the jalapeno relish. So let's get some garlic cloves. And just give it a squasheroni. Right, put that to the side. So we've got pickled jalapeno in a jar, but we're going to use fresh chili here as well. Probably should wear gloves for this. As long as you don't touch your eyeballs, it's fine. We'll grab our food processor that we keep down there. So pretty much everything we've just cut in, we'll chuck into there. So we've got the garlic, cilantro, coriander as we call it here, and then our chili. To that, we'll add in our jalapenos. It's really important that you spill it everywhere, all over your table. That's the most important part. And then we'll pour some of the brine in there as well. Pincheroni of salt. And a new member to the cast, pincheroni of sugar. Final condiment jewel in the crown, we've got a mango. Just give that a little peeleroni with a knife. Kind of taking as little of the actual mango as possible. Mango! So now we're just going to cut our pieces of mango here into little cubes. I do love mango. Just get that into a bowl. So just put your mango to the side for the minute. We need to cut a red onion. Wonder about the complexities of life while you're sat in your bedroom peeling an onion. Right, now let's just finish seasoning this off. Add some salt. Give it a little pincheroni. Of course, a little squeeze of a limeroni. And finally, some chili powder. And we'll just give this a little mixeroni. Get everything to know each other. And then finally for our dog, we're going to go with one of these bad boys. Let's get the hot dog into the water. So we've got just about everything ready. Let's prepare the bun. So first thing in is the hot dog. Get that in nicely. Onions go in the middle. Then a jalapeno relish goes on one end. And finally, we've got a mango salsa. Let's get that on as well. Look at that bad boy. Let's just give it a good test. That mango salsa is just perfect with the pork sausage. The flavor balance is so nice. This is seriously good stuff. This is like an easy 8 out of 10 to me. Very cool, yum yum.
Now, how about I fix you some cocoa?
To start, grab some high quality dark chocolate. Just listen to that snap. Now we'll open a high fat percentage milk and pour it into a bowl here. Let's add our cornstarch to that to thicken it a bit. Now combine some cocoa powder with sugar in another bowl. Grab a pot and put it onto medium heat. Now we'll add in our cocoa powder. Add in our milk and cornstarch mix. Now add the whipped cream. Got to get the little wafer in. To me, that's the perfect combination of sweet with slight bitter chocolate. Easy 8 out of 10. Comment what we should try next. Very cool, yum yum.